What's going on, guys? Just got back from Philadelphia. Had a really good time. Me and my girl actually left at the half because we decided that it was just time to go. It was 26-0. It started to rain a little bit, and we didn't know what the hell was going to happen. So we decided to beat traffic and get home because instead of getting home at 2 a.m., we got home at 12:30. And the way these penalties were, like over 15 penalties for the Eagles today, it just went pretty damn bad. So I'm home now. So had a good time. So I want to just talk about this game really quick. My phone's been trying to update since I got home, so that's why my video's been freezing. I've been trying to make this video, but I want to just get this done now and over with since it's fresh in my mind. Starting with this offense, the ones we're in today, Carson Wentz didn't play, of course, which I knew it was going to happen, which, I want to at least get a series out of him this preseason, but I guess Doug is just being stubborn. So, you had Jason Peters and Kelsey in there. You had Zach Ertz. You had Nelson Aguilar. You had Alshon Jeffrey. You had Deshaun. You had everybody, pretty much, almost everybody in there. We had pretty much our starters in, but a few pieces missing from that. So Cody Kessler, we figured that he's going to be a bad quarterback, and he is a bad quarterback. Didn't do anything. Couldn't do anything with at least these guys that we had on our team with these starters. Couldn't do a damn thing whatsoever. He just couldn't. He was very scared in the pocket. He had no awareness. He didn't know what was happening. And his passes they were just trash. They were just really bad. It just couldn't even look at it. Couldn't stand to look at it. And it is what it is. Corey Clement got most of the carries in the first half. He got all the carries in the first half, actually, which was good. 100% healthy, looks great. But we really couldn't move the ball. And I think one part of this was because our offense, was just three and out. And every time we got a kick or a punt return, there was a penalty every damn time. Kick return, penalty every damn time. And that put us to the 15, to the 5, to the 1 yard line, pretty much. We were pretty much gasping for air at that point to at least get some yards, get some breathing room, but couldn't do it. And, at this point, it just, Greg Ward had a few good catches. Carlton Agudosi had one good catch that was for a challenge. And then other than that, he couldn't really catch anything. He had actually nice balls placed where his hands were and just couldn't bring the ball down at all. I know the rain probably affected that, but it is what it is. He's not going to make the team. Arcega-Whiteside did a great job today. He had a good first half, even though our offense played like crap and looked like we weren't even alive because it was 26-0 pretty much. Arcega-Whiteside did good in the first half, caught a few balls, and in the second half he caught a touchdown. He really showed that he's got the athletic ability for a guy at 6'2". He's very lengthy. Looks really good. He's a steal. We just got a steal from the draft. From watching that game today, I knew he had potential, but watching this game, he's the real deal. He's definitely a steal, and within his first year. So it's a good thing with him. You go to the defensive side of the ball for now. Hassan Ridgeway had a stop at the line. Trayvon Hester had a sack that was, had that little stupid face mask penalty that shouldn't even happen. LJ Fort did really good. It was LJ Fort, Zach Brown, and Nate Gary. Nate Gary made some plays as well today at the line of scrimmage, making tackles. Those three guys did absolutely great. There was pressure on the defensive line. Malik Jackson, Brandon Graham made a play. There was pressure. But Trace McSorley, that backup Ravens quarterback that played for Penn State, that guy's good. That guy's going to be a really good. RG3 shouldn't even be on the team. He should be the backup quarterback for Lamar Jackson. He really should. I know RG3's there to be that guy to teach the guys and give them some props. To be the mentor. But that Trace McSorley, he picked off our defense. But the flip of the coin to that is that our offense couldn't stay on the field more than 10 seconds. So your offense is on the field your defense is on the field too much, and your offense is not producing points. There's a problem with that. Okay, there's a huge problem with that, and that's what really pissed me off. I'm like, McSorley was literally picking us apart, just picking all of us apart, and the pressure was there at times. But McSorley, he's got legs on him. He has a lot of legs on him. He could run, and he knows how to run. He knows how to scramble. They have multiple quarterbacks that could do that. Okay, and he's going to be a good quarterback for the Ravens. He's going to be a really good backup for his career. He's going to have a good career. So good for him. But we got picked apart by him. We did. And like I said, the flip side of that, our defense was on the field too much. Plain simple. Offense could not get a rhythm going, period, at all. And between the penalties, 68 and 69 were the two guys that were going off sides. I mean, you have Matt Pryor and you have Jordan Mailata. Jordan Mailata, oh my God. I mean, it was like he just got a penalty, and then next play, 68, 68, 68, 68. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Andre Dillard had like a couple penalties. I think he had two. He made some mistakes today, but Andre Dillard's been pretty damn good. Okay, he's going to make mistakes. He's a rookie. He plays at a high level, but he's going to make mistakes, and he just has to clean that up. And I'm not even worried about Andre Dillard at all, with a few calls. Offense played like crap. I mean, just total crap. Other than the few plays that were made, first half was a dumpster fire. It was horrible. I mean, just plain simple horrible. I mean, even when Malcolm, Ronnie McCloud came back, which was great. There were some blown coverages today. Jeremiah McKinnon and fucking Hawkins, those guys are, thank God, those guys are horrible. Did you see Michael Floyd beat Hawkins, or I don't know who the hell that was over there. One of them too. It doesn't matter. They both suck anyway. But by 10 yards, Michael Floyd beat the guy by 10 yards for a touchdown. I'm like, Jesus Christ, he burnt the guy. Michael Floyd's not even that fast, period. And Michael Floyd's just a vet. He's been in the game for a long time. So he's, the guy could play, against nobodies like them two out there. Hollywood Brown had a few catches. They were getting a rhythm on offense. We just couldn't do a damn thing, and our defense was on the field too much. Malcolm Jenkins was running into his own guy on a play. They literally ran into his own guy. It looked sloppy. It didn't look good. It just looked like crap. Honestly, it looked like total crap. Period. And Jake Elliott misses a 42-yard field goal. I mean, I wasn't surprised. I looked at everybody. I was like, he's going to miss this fucking ball. He's going to miss it. And he did. He missed it. At 53 yards, he could kick it right down the middle. Last week, he kicked a 53-yarder right down the middle. Perfect. Then he kicks a 42-yarder. Can't even kick it. He was like way off. He just kicked it total opposite way. So Jake Elliott starting to piss me off, like royally pissing me off. And like I said, we had Fletcher Cox didn't play on the defensive side of the ball. Malik Jackson was there. Brandon Graham was there. I don't know if Derek Barnett played. I'm not sure because I was watching the game today. I wasn't watching it on TV, but I tried to get a glimpse of who was really out there today. But you had most of the starters out for a series and a half, 2 series tops, the most. So guys didn't really play that long at all. And then you start getting these no-name guys in the games, and I don't know if the Baltimore Ravens had their starting offensive line out there or whatever. And honestly, they couldn't even run on us. They couldn't run the ball on us whatsoever. They only had, in the first half, they had 4 to 6 yards rushing. They couldn't do shit against us. They couldn't run the ball on us at all, which is a good sign, a really good sign. And then the second half, Josh McCown got into a rhythm. In the first half, he fumbled the ball. He looked like he was 40 years old, literally. But this is a guy that's been on the Eagles for 3 days. Had 3 work practices for 3 days. And Josh McCown, he had, 190-something yards. He had, 19 out of 27 passes for 2 touchdowns. I mean, it was pretty good. It was pretty good, honestly. Josh McCown is going to be the backup quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. He is going to be. He had pressure in his face. When he threw that touchdown to Alex Ellis, the tight end, he had pressure in his face. I mean, he threw a lot of balls with pressure in his face in the second half. He looked like a totally different player in the second half. He looked like he was 25 in the second half, literally. First half, he looked like he was fucking 50 years old. Second half, like I said, you guys can't beat on him because the guy was just retired. The guy was coaching his son's football team, okay, his high school football team or whatever that he plays. And Josh McCown showed he had rhythm, and he did. He got into a rhythm. He was passing these. He was just on point, okay. Even Josh Adams, he played real hard today. He did a good job. He went in for a touchdown. He rushed for a touchdown today, and then at another point, he actually got a receiving touchdown. He was wide open and tried to run and catch the ball at the same time. He was wide open. He was panicking until he dropped the ball. So Josh Adams did a really good job today. Really got to give him props today. Didn't see much of Boston Scott because we barely even punt return the ball or kick return the ball back. It was real sloppy at times. Second half, we were on a comeback. I know this team has it. This team has fight. And the first half was just dead. Just nothing. It was just a nightmare. It was just a total nightmare watching that first half. But I was listening to it on the radio on the way back home, and they were on a nice little comeback. So the game was canceled. It is what it is. So the main question is Carson Wentz going to be ready for the season? Next week is not going to matter. It's the 4th preseason game. It's pretty much just going to help these no-name guys try to make a roster spot or make a practice squad. Make practice squad. So is anything going to really happen? I don't know. I've seen a couple people's videos already. Nitro Freak made a video saying that that he's worried. He's pretty worried because Carson Wentz hasn't had a rep. Might have a slow start with this, with the starting of the season, and with the Redskins having 2 guys in Dwayne Haskins and Case Keenum that have been getting a ton of reps, which I agree with 100%. They've been getting a ton of reps, and there's 2 sides to this. It's either Carson Wentz is going to come out on fire, or he's going to have a slow start in this first game, or it could be more than 1 game. And unfortunately, I've been saying this since before preseason. I said if they don't play him in week 3, he's not playing. I mean, period. If they don't even play him by week 3, he's not playing. Of course, they're not going to play him in the 4th game because it's right before the season starts, a couple weeks before the season starts. He should have had a rep. He should have had a series in these games. I mean, Doug Pearson is changing the whole way that practices go. I mean, look at what you really should be doing in these games, in these preseason games. The first game is always a series or 2. The second game is a quarter. The third game is a half. The 4th game, no starters play. That's how it should go, but it doesn't go that way at all. And Doug is, I wouldn't blame that. I wouldn't blame that Philadelphia Eagles fans not going to the preseason games as years and years go on, because if this is what Doug's going to do, Doug is valuing the practices. And look, they're not just pity-patty practices. They actually practice really hard, game-like hard. And when the Ravens came into town, that was Carson Wentz's, that was his preseason. That's how he feels that was his preseason. As fans, it's hard to say that because we're not there. We're not looking at the practice with our own 2 eyes. That's why it's really hard to say, is he ready? Is he not ready? I know in my mind, I know mentally he's ready. I know physically he's ready. But is he going to be ready by game time to unleash this offense on the Redskins in week 1? That's the question. And I don't want to answer this question nonstop, because I know for the next 3 weeks it's going to be, this is what it's going to be. The question is Carson Wentz going to be ready? That's going to be the question, and it's going to be really fucking annoying to answer it nonstop. I think he's ready. I think he's going to go in there and do some things. I think that he'll be ready by the game. If Doug feels like that he has had... If Doug knows that he's ready, and Doug knows that this scrimmage they've had against the Ravens for 2 days is really going to boost up what he's doing. I mean, I saw highlights of, he was back there in the pocket with pressure, and he was throwing balls to Ertz, and he was doing a really good job. He was throwing to I couldn't see the whole entire practice, but they showed some highlights to it. Highlights are highlights. You see the good things, you don't see the bad things. But from what all the beat writers were saying and everything was going on in practice, things were going pretty damn well. Carson Wentz actually had a really good 2 practices against the Baltimore Ravens, and he was throwing at pass receivers. I saw Aguilar catch one, saw Ertz catch one, beat somebody, and the one thing, Cody Kessler is not Carson Wentz out there, and he played horrible. It was just really bad. So that's going to be a lingering question. And this game, I take some into account, but the highlight of the day today was Josh McCown is going to be that backup quarterback, because he's got it. And he's got fire in his eyes when he plays. And when he's on a rhythm, that's where he's good. And the guy only practiced 3 days. Josh McCown is calling audibles. He's changing plays at the line of scrimmage. That's awesome. That's what I want to see. That's when I know that he's been in 18 different offenses in his career. I mean, I expect him. He went up to the line. He's calling plays. I'm like, damn. I mean, he's already calling plays. He's changing the plays up, calling audibles. This is awesome. But Carson Wentz not out there, made a big difference, because Carson Wentz would have done a lot more than Cody Kessler just sitting in the pocket and then just falling to the ground and someone's about to tackle him. or if someone gets a hand on him, he's pretty much done. Like, it's done. Like, if Carson Wentz gets a hand on him, at least he's a big guy that he can. Sorry, my phone did the same thing again. He's a big guy that can extend plays with his upper body. If he's going to get taken down, he'll throw the football. He's got the extra strength to do stuff like that. And Cody Kessler just can't do that at all, okay? So at this point right now, I'm just going to end this to say, we're just going to have to see. And I feel like he's going to do well. But maybe he's not going to have maybe he'll have a little bit of a slow start. Maybe it's going to take him at least a series or two. He hasn't played since week 12 of last year? I don't even remember. I mean, he hasn't really played in a while. Got his money. And you know what? We're just going to have to see, guys. My opinion, I think you'll have maybe a slow start in the first week. Maybe a series or two. He'll be like, Maybe he'll throw, he just needs that hit. He needs to get hit and knocked on the ground once. And then he'll get up and be like, oh, I'm good. I'm good to go. Because it's just going to be like, I haven't, got on the field, haven't got hit, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. Everyone wants to make a fucking joke about it or pray that Carson Wentz get hurt. And if you do that, you're a piece of fucking garbage. Anyway, so it is what it is. But that's my recap of the Eagles versus the Ravens tonight. And that's really it, guys. So if you have any comments, please comment below. We will have a live stream about what happened at preseason and if Carson Wentz is ready. A lot is to come now since the regular season's around the corner. So I will see you guys later. Shea Squad up. Fly, I'll slide.